Hey, it's me, Lyca. Today we're going to have a look at Lyca, Keeper of the Glades from the Wilder faction. Now, this hero wears leather-based gear, is part of the Ranger class, and her primary role is to provide a significant amount of secondary buffs for your allies and a decent amount of damage for your teammates as well. So let's have a look at her abilities. Her ultimate ability, Star Shot. Lyca shoots an arrow that deals damage to all enemies in the path and knocking them back. So this arrow is one fired directly in the middle, one above, and one below Lyca. Now this arrow will deal 220% damage to all enemies. The level 2 and 3 increase the effectiveness of the damage from 220 all the way to 260%. So let's look at next ability, Rapid Arrows. Lyca shoots off 3 arrows in quick succession, with each arrow dealing 120% damage to the enemy target. The level 2, this damage is increased to 130. The level 3 and 4 give a life leech component where each time she deals damage using this ability, she will convert 45% of the damage will be converted into life for Lyca over here. Her next ability, Awe. Lyca bounds onto the battlefield at the beginning of battle and inspires her allies, increasing their haste by 35 points for 8 seconds. The level 2 and 3 gives a energy regeneration component as well to this, allowing your allies to use their ultimates much faster, and this is 100 extra points for all allied heroes. And the 13 engravings, or level 4, duration of haste is increased or extended to 10 seconds. This is from 8 to 10 seconds. Her next ability, Foe's Fragility. When Lyca deals damage to her enemy, their defense is reduced by 15% and their crit block rate is reduced by 12% for 5 seconds. This skill cannot be stacked. The level 2 and 3 further reduce the enemy's defense rating all the way to 25%. The level 4 crit block rate reduced by 20%. So crit block rate allows your allies to inflict critical strikes more often onto the enemy targets. So let's have a look at a signature item. Now when you unlock her signature item, Vision of Stars, it will increase all allies' accuracy by 40 points while Lyca is alive. So this is a permanent buff. Level 10 increases all allies' accuracy by 70 points. So this is 40 to 70. The level 20 raises damage by 0.2% for every point of accuracy an ally has which exceeds the dodge rating of their target. Damage can be increased by a maximum of 20%. The effects of this skill exclude any intelligence-based allies. And the 30 unlock increases all allies' accuracy by 100 points while Lyca is alive. So this is 40 all the way to 100 points. So as we can see over here, most agility or ranger based heroes have a massive amount of accuracy, and when you pair Lyca with this additional signature item, this boosts their damage even further. So let's have a look at her furniture as well. Multi-shot. When you unlock the 3 out of 3, she will target the nearest 2 enemies with rapid arrows. So this is her normal attack. The first time this skill is used, the 9 out of 9. So this is the main reason why you unlock this ability. Every normal attack targets the nearest 2 enemies simultaneously. So this allows it to cleave onto multiple targets at the same time using a single ability. So let's have a look at how she does in battle. So let's have a look at the wooden training dummy over here. So as soon as she walks onto the battlefield, we can see this little purple haze over your allies and Lyca over here. Now this is the haste and energy buff that she provides at the beginning of battle. Now we can see that she's firing an arrow on the enemies. This is the defense and crit block rate reduction on the enemies. Now this will be applied every single time she uses one of her abilities, irrespective of this is a normal attack, one of her special attacks, or her ultimate ability. So when we have 3 enemies on the battlefield, we'll be able to see her ultimate ability. So she'll shoot 3 arrows across the screen. Every single enemy will be marked with the defense and crit block rate reduction, and every single enemy will be knocked back as well. So let's have a look at how she does at a much higher level deficit. Now from this particular team, we can see this is around about nearly a 150 level deficit between myself and the enemy team over here. And we can see that Lyca did a massive amount of damage to the enemy targets over here. Now, the reason for this is because of her 9 furniture ability unlock, where she can target 2 targets at a single instance. This essentially doubles her damage, allowing her to deal more damage than other allies such as Iran, Mishka, and Tamris over here. So let's have a look at how she does in battle. So as we can see, she provides haste and energy for your allies. This will allow your allies to use their ultimates much faster in battle. And we can see immediately that she's marking the enemy targets with the crit block rate and the defense reduction from her abilities over here. Now, the multi-target attack will keep on targeting the enemy targets. Now, the one downside to Lyca over here is she's extremely position focused. So if she's placed in the middle, her ultimate ability will be able to hit the top, middle, and bottom enemy hero. However, if you place her in the top over here, as I've done in this particular team, then she'll only target the middle, which is the line that she's currently standing in, and the line directly below her. So her position is extremely important to her, as this will allow her to deal more or less damage depending on where she is currently positioned. So what is the minimum investment that I would recommend into this particular allied hero? Now, I would highly recommend getting her 30 signature item. The reason for this is provides a massive amount of a damage increase. As we can see over here, 20% increase to damage. Also, this also provides a decent amount of extra accuracy for your allies. So if the enemy has a lot of dodge, this can boost your allies above that threshold, allowing your allies to inflict damage and to claim victory over your opponent. Now, the next thing I would also recommend is the 9 out of 9 furniture. As I've mentioned previously, this double attack or hitting multiple targets at the same time allows Lyca to become a carry in multiple instances in the game. Now, another thing that also could be extremely important is this particular buff over here. The duration of haste is increased to 10 seconds. This is particularly important, especially during PvP battles when you want to one-shot the enemies as quickly as possible, and that extra 1 or 2 seconds on this ability for the energy and haste can allow you to gain that edge over your opponent. Now, I do not recommend getting her 60 engravings, as this does not provide any additional effects on her, and this is simply an extra damage and survivability boost for Lyca over here.